Hey, what's happening, YouTube? So I have a Tacoma 2017, and the bed here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's not it doesn't lock automatically. So I bought this online. It's a Toyota Tundra 2007 2016 and Tacoma 16 power lock, model PL8536 from Pop and Lock. And what I did is I took out all these little screws here, and and then which are pretty much a T3, I think they're called. I just used my power wrench, and then I take out the last one here, and once that's out, you lift it from here, and this should just slide off. So now we have access to the inside the tailgate. I'm gonna take off this screw here, and I got this little wrench, socket wrench, which should come in pretty handy. Alright, so here we got your screw. We're gonna install this. I probably should pop these guys open to get it out of the way, and I think it pops here too. I don't know if I have a screwdriver I can use. Can use these guys here, and that should get that out of the way there and work really. The way you want to install this, we want this hole to go, let's see, right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but down there you see there's a little hole. There's a little pin that goes in there, and this goes in here. So that should probably be it. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and screw this back in. Look for the hole. You might have to shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get in there. Might want to put your finger on it so it doesn't move. I don't know how good. Got it. Now, if we can actually switch this to the other hand. If we can get this on it. I think I got it. Oh, I think I got it. Nice. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so that looks like, man, these things are awesome. These little wrenches, little, kind of like a ratchet wrench. I don't know how to explain it. It's 10 millimeters. But one way you can tighten, the other way you loosen. But it looks like it got in pretty good. I'm gonna There, you see it in it. I should put some of this grease probably right in here. Now I gotta be moving too. Alright. Let's put this bad boy back in place. And then this guy just pops in here. Alright, so that's it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the first harness. Now I took these clips off. There we go. This should. Let's see if I can maybe drill a little bit bigger hole in it, or on the side, so I can get this in along with there too. Alright. Okay, so I have this, I don't know what it's called, grommet, cable holder. I have no idea what the hell this is called. I got that out of right there. So it goes right in there, and it goes like this. It just goes in like so, and then of course the wires are going to go through here and here. This one pinches out, and then we can put both of them in there, and then I'm going to take this one out, which is identical to this one. And the way you take it out is you go ahead and press on these two tabs, and then from the other side you just push it through. So I'm gonna go under the truck, and with my other hand underneath, way up top, I'm gonna push this out. So here's the other cable. This is the long one. I don't know, maybe about 10 feet, 15 feet. I'm not sure how long it is. But this is the other end that's gonna go inside inside the cabin. That's where I'm gonna wire it to the truck. So this might be, because it's for a Tundra, it's really, really long. And instead of having this one run out here and have that exposed outside, I think I might just keep it inside the bed here, because this might be long enough where I could just feed this one instead in there. Keep it all in there and zip tied in there, and then run all this along the bottom of the car or truck. I'm gonna try that. So I got the pop and lock oscillator installed, and then the main harness I just zip tied here. The second cord is so long that I don't need this one to be outside like my. So so now I ran everything through here, and I'm gonna go ahead and clip it back in a few minutes. I ran the harness under the car, and I zip tied it. Hopefully you can see. Here's I don't know if it's a rear view camera or what it is, but oh, here's the zip tie that's kind of loose. There we go. So I got one here, one there. So I ran this along the chassis, and make sure your car is off, or your muffler's not hot, because I went underneath earlier. I didn't state that. And then just ran it all along. You're supposed to run it all along the bottom here, along the chassis. And then when you get to the engine part, you got a harness that goes in here, and there's like two little nipples that stick out. And I guess supposed to rip one out, and I've seen other people do it and put it through here, through the top hole. Well, I don't want to do it that way. So I was playing with the interior of the truck, and I was taking things apart and taking some trim apart here, and this just pops out, and I thought about it. Underneath there's some grommets, so I even took the seatbelt off to loosen this a little bit, which I don't think you even have to take this side off. And what I'm doing is there's actually underneath here, once you take this the plate off here that holds the carpet, these clips, this here is clipped underneath here, so you take those two clips out and then you can pry it open. You see this grommet? I don't know if you can see it or not. I did it underneath it, and I'm going to show you on the other side when I get under the car. But instead of doing it from here on the side and just pop the side, I think I'm just gonna cut a little hole and go through there. It'll be tight and less noise coming into the car. Well, I'm sure over here there's enough noise, but this is the one we're gonna, I believe this is the one we pop up in here. This one here, you push the clip and it slips out. Cut the wire back a little bit and look for the green and I believe it's green and red wires. And then I already put the harness through, and then green to green and red to blue. And so I'm gonna just take this back out and then run it up in there again. I get a better look at this, and sorry if I have a cold. So I got the camera and I took it off the harness here so I can hold it, and I'm gonna lift this, and you should be able to. Damn, it's hard to see in there. You see that? See that grommet? See how the cable's coming in? I'm gonna move it. See how, right, it's coming in underneath the grommet? So what I'm gonna do is, it's coming right there. So, right there. So instead of coming underneath, I think I am just gonna punch a hole in it. And then I'll show you the bottom. And here's a little closer look at these clips and how it works. And let's see. So if you see, this tends to slide in there. This closes this way, this goes in here, and that's how this clips in there. But and that's gonna be the bad boy we're gonna go to right here. And this one, it's the closest one to the wall outside the car. All right, let me show you underneath. So I just slid under the car here, and hopefully you can catch this. Okay, here's the other end of it. See how it's coming in? I'm gonna pull it back out. This is a really thick plastic, and I don't like that gap. So instead of having it squeeze by like this, I think I'm going to it's stuck on the other side. Oh, there we go. I got stuck there. So I want this grommet nice and tight. There, I heard it pop. So I'm gonna take this circuit tester, it's pretty pointy, and I'm gonna punch a hole right there on the side. There, now, and by the way, here's my harness. It's all the way down the chassis. That I put a little bit back in here extra, but it's zip tied all along. And then I taped the ends. Hopefully it makes it easier. easier said than done, right guys? And then just find a hole. Maybe I should have made it bigger. See how nice and tight that is? That's much better than coming out the side like we had it earlier. With my other hand, I'm pushing the grommet down. There we go. Perfect. And that. There we go. That should be far away from the muffler. And like I said, guys, make sure this thing's not running or anything. Well, I'm sure you won't know that, but make sure it's not hot at least. And you should be good to go. You can reach inside the carpet and you can see me move it, and then it's nice, and that hole looks nice and secure in there. It looks pretty tight. Alright, so here we have it, and I'm gonna take the camera off so you guys can see this. Yeah, not very professional. Really. But there you can see that's where that harness goes in there. Oh, but you're able to see it. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and just run this through here. Put this camera back in the harness. Just run it along there. And then you got some extra. And you should be able to tuck in underneath here some of the extra wire. Just extra, just in case. Alright, I think this is where I'm gonna go ahead and go into those wires and use these two. I'm gonna so here we go. I pull out the harness. We're gonna cut this back. I'm using scissors instead of a utility knife. I'm afraid I might cut some wire, wrong wire or something like that. I'm gonna peel this back. Alright. Trying to get comfortable here. It's the red wire. Alright. We're gonna take I think I'm gonna cut more back. So it's gonna go like so. So I think I'm gonna do it this way. So you got on this end, or maybe I'll do it this end. You're gonna go ahead and insert the wire that's going to be the one you're running off, and then stick the other one in there, and right about there. Oh yeah, you want to check this bastard doesn't slide out. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about taping it back. So here here we have it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape this so it doesn't move, and then I'm gonna stick that other wire in here. I might need, And go ahead and stick it in there. I am gonna tape that son of a gun too. I'm pushing it in, make sure it doesn't come out if I move it. Alright, so now that it's in and I put tapes on the end, I'm gonna grab some pliers. Hopefully I'm doing this right, man. This is the first time I've ever done this. So you're gonna press it in. Alright, so it's pretty much done. The whole entire harness is in here. You know, from the oscillator. I just kept the whole harness in there. So all the connections are going to be inside here, covered. This little man, wait a second. This thing was a pain in the ass to put back in. I managed to squeeze both of them in there. I don't know if you can see it right here. You can kind of see it. This one, I couldn't get in all the way, but you know, it's good enough. This one I was able to squeeze pretty good. So now I'm just gonna put the cover back on, screw it all in. So we're pretty much just cleaning up now. Here's my harness, and it's already in here. I taped it. I zip locked it down here, but it was the second. There's two up here. It's the one on the right, closest to the wall, the door outside. And that's where the blue here goes to the right here, and the green to the green. And that's pretty much it. And I went underneath here. So now we're just gonna put the kick panel back on. This was tricky to, I zip lock, tricky to get out. So, I mean, get in. Hopefully it's not as difficult to get in. No, there it is. Now it's a lot easier. A lot easier. All right, this was just pressed in. This, you screw this in. Everything's back to where it was. Can't even tell that thing was open. And guys, we have can't get in here, can't get in here. Twice. There it is. Alright, fellas. There you go, guys. That's the part number.